Hello again, this is Peter Palmiotti, and this is my Inktober Has Comics production. Flashbang. So this was page 5, and you get to see it a little better, or much better, because this is a scan and not my camera. Um, so it goes. Yeah, all these pages lead into the next two, which is a double page spread, and what I'm going to do here is a little precarious. My cat is looming over me, or the page I'm sketching. But we'll see what we can do. Hey, everybody. So yeah, this is me attempting to jam out a bunch to catch up on my Inktober pieces. Um, this is me working on my comic project. It's a neo-noir um, cyberpunk concept I've come up with, and it includes characters in the book that are based on the likenesses of my patrons. And so far, we've had 3. There'll be one coming up probably shortly after this double page spread. And let's get to it. So, sort of mapped out one page, and this is, feeds off into the next page just in case I sort of need that little bit of guidance. But I'm thinking, I don't know, this seems like a little bit of a Frank Miller thing to do. Um, there's a lot of influences, and maybe I'll get into the influences more on, I think, what I'm going to call flashbang extras, or extra, or something like of the sort. Um, there's Will Eisner is a big influence, Frank Miller, Blade Runner, so Ridley Scott. I'm sure there's some Alien thrown in there somewhere. Um, and thus far we really haven't gotten a scope of the city too much. Um, but it's good. She's going out of the way. They've been driving me nuts. Kicked one out. Well, she wants to go out. Okay, so trying to keep focused and not really do a lot of editing. Um, yeah, so I'd love to talk more about my influences, but this is mostly going to be me working out the pages. So since this is double page spread, I want to have the logo and the city, and specifically the area where this is happening. So let's just say, for the sake of it, I want to do one of those large scale logo, title sequences. So I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work. This is just sort of roughing it. What I'm going to do is, really rewatch the videos and look at all the notes I'm making here, and do rewrites. until I nail it down. But okay, so we have a big logo. Um, Maybe get like, okay, so this sort of area will be the street sequence that we're focusing on, um, established in the first couple of pages. So, you know, it'll be some sort of crazy perspective overshot of the city, and maybe like somewhere over here is the horizon. Um, so I don't know. I'll make it work somehow. But I really want to get a sense of if you hear that crinkly noise, Queen is playing in her tunnel toy. It's sort of like a plastic fabric of some sort, and she able to make a lot of noise with it. All right, so yeah, this is just be endless rooftops and really get a sense of how crowded this sort of future is. I haven't really even gone into like a lot of the tech that's going on. We know that they have flying cars. Um, I'm gonna put a bunch of those flying in and out of the titles. Um, and yeah, I'm not sure what the very background horizon will be, but maybe maybe it's in some sort of surrounded by mountains, at least on whatever that is, the north side, the east side, who knows. So somehow, um, and maybe uh, Quinn is just full of energy. Maybe what I'll do. You can't see her; she's bopping around. Um, is some kind of lens that we're looking through. I don't know. There's all sorts of comic book cheats. Um, you get the idea. Giant flashbang and story in art. Peter Palmiotti. I'll probably get somebody on letters. Maybe I'll do the colors if I'm adventurous enough. Still learning digital programs. Uh, but yeah, um, so what I'm going to establish below, and since the big, let's see, first panel will be over the course of the 2 pages. Um, we'll have the story being told like that. So I'm just randomly, not randomly making panels. Sort of have an idea. And that's just to establish that it's going to be told going across the pages. Um, so while we establish it essentially in the giant first panel, that's the credits page kind of thing. Um, Title of the book or story, uh, credits, whatever I'm doing. I'll probably have a letterer for sure because I suck at lettering for the moment. Uh, and whoever else is involved with the final production. Uh, and keeping an eye on the time because I don't want to go too far over, but I'll establish our young journalist with his camera. Um, Looking over down the street, and this will be when the goon car is almost side by side with the cop car. Then we have sort of a looking into the lens. Maybe he looks a little in shock. I sort of want to essentially what I named this story after was kind of this sequence. So there's the flash. Something else happens. You'll have to tune in tomorrow or the next video, whenever that is uploaded. Um, and let's figure the pacing of it would be about here. So let's see. A shot of Thom. So this will be and Carrie. Still Carrie for now because I haven't done names yet, but this will be Carrie. Thom helping Carrie up. So maybe we'll see Thom and Carrie, and this is all happening very slowly or very quickly, depending on how you look at it. But there's the two cars. There's also Jan somewhere in the works. I think he's there, a deer in the headlights. There's our cameraman. And so that's the Flash, and essentially we'll get a close up. Not sure what. So the future bazooka of some sort fires some sort of future missile. So this will be the Flash, and this will be the Bang. Now consider me retarded. I don't know. Um, I've played plenty of video games in my time, and what comes to mind is war games and even 007, especially like video games. There's the flashbang, something they chuck and it you know blows up and gives off a ton of light, and so I named my comic after a weapon of war. um, yeah, wasn't my intention, but I kind of like the name now. I was thinking of changing it initially, but so we got Thom, we got Carrie, we got the photographer. Photo guy. We got the goons in the car. Obviously, the head honcho isn't here. Um, and we might do little Easter eggs. Um, but this essentially establishes the two-page spread. It's going to be the sequence of events that were leading up to um, uh, the I'm thinking. Just the rocket going off and possibly hitting the cop car. Find out next time. Um, but all that Thom has done is, knocked into somebody and gave her a helping hand. We haven't even come to, really his part of the story, which is a bigger part of the story, or introduce the girl that he's going to save or that will potentially save him. More on that next few episodes, I'm sure. So, all right, let's wrap it up here, folks. Thank you to all my patrons once again. If you want to be a part of my comic, Please become a patron by the October 31st, 2017, and anyone who does can be in my comic. And please, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Check out this other video, or go click the patron link to become a patron, or subscribe in the subscribe button. Yeah, stuff. All right. I'm just on a groove to get these videos up so I can really, really, really catch up. Love you all. See you again, hopefully shortly.